Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Idris, and today I'm going to be teach you guys how, in my experience, how to actually take advantage of a market crash or correction in the market. So if that sounds good with you guys, uh, we are going to get into that video right now. So a stock market crash is actually when there's a downturn in every share price. So how do we take advantage when this happens? Is what I'm actually going to be talking to you guys about today. So during the stock market crash, you have to understand that people are actually uh, fearful at this time. Like a saying I like to I go with. Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. But at the same time, just make sure you understand what you were doing when you were putting your money into it, because that code could actually work against you sometimes. But during the stock market crash, people actually are fearful at this time. Most people tend to sell the stock out of fear, which is actually one of the bad ways to actually invest. But also, it's a good thing too, because a lot of people are taking profits at this time, because those profits they're gonna be using to invest when the markets maybe drop, maybe when the market probably drops like 40%. So a lot of people tend to sell a lot of shares during this time. So this is the best time to start investing like heavily. Even during this time, I would actually even recommend, like, if you know you can, but the word is, if you can afford it, you could use margin during this time, which is when you borrow money from the brokerage. But make sure whatever you borrow is what you know you can actually pay back fast like that. So how can you actually take advantage of a market correction? First, if you own a 401k, or if you have a 401k or an IRA, max them out. Max those max those babies out, because those are going to be especially if you actually invested in index funds and stuff like that, ETFs. So max those out, because those are actually going to make a good profit for you when the market rebounds, which the market normally always does. So it might take longer, it might be a V-shaped recovery, it might be a U-shaped recovery, but things always get back to normal ish sometimes. So you're gonna still make money at the same time. So always make sure to max out your IRA or your 401k. Two, look for dividend paying companies. This I always talk about, and I don't know how much I could stress this, because dividend is always actually good. If you actually invested into a growth company, and during the market downturn, and maybe let's use the first scenario, you took profit, which is actually smart. So you still want to invest in this company you took profit on. So maybe you could put a little bit money into this, and now during the market downturn, that you wanna actually have a cash flow coming in, even though there's a market downturn. So make sure you invest in dividend company. It's the best way to, or an ETF, or an index fund ETF. So make sure you do something like that, because now you're gonna be getting paid quarterly or monthly to for just owning those shares. And this is actually a good way of actually investing also. So dividend is always good during the market downturn, and I think you guys are gonna love it if you actually follow this. So third, actually make sure you buy companies that are gonna rebound fast during the bear market. So like right now we in a bear market. So like for example, I'm gonna explain this. During last year 2020, during March, when the market crashed, I think the market started crashing late February. So during March was really bad. April was really bad. So during this time, I was buying a lot of companies I know that was gonna rebound fast. So I was buying Revolve. I was buying this, which was a growth company, and I already 200% mine. I already like tripled my money in that company already. I was buying, but the thing is, the thing I was doing is I was putting few monies into the stocks, even though I know there was a potential of me making a lot of money back. But I was putting just a small amount of money because I want to buy a lot of dividend company that I know I'm gonna hold for a long term. So I was putting just a little bit of money into this company at that time. But still, I had to like take advantage of those cheap stocks then, because I know they're gonna rebound. I was buying, like I was saying, I was buying Revolve. I bought Tesla, but like I said, I haven't had a chance to film my Tesla story video. But I'm going to. What happened to my Tesla actually? I also bought a CCL, which is the stock hasn't gone really up that much, but at the same time, I've actually I think I've tripled my money in that company already because I was buying it at a really low price when they were offering the stock at like $7. But I knew this stock was gonna rebound, and I people was typically like always talking about this on YouTube then. And when I did my due diligence on the company, and the fact that it actually was helping during the pandemic too, I knew this stock wasn't gonna go down just like that. And they were raising money, and yeah, so this so it's one of the stock I knew I had to get then. Uh, I didn't invest in no airline stock because it wasn't really for me. I mean, even though it was a good investment, but I didn't think about even investing in those stocks. I also invested in Dave and Buster's because I knew Dave and Buster went to a point that it went to I think it went down to $4, which was really good. That stock was attractive then, but I didn't know about it. I didn't even know it went that low because I would have picked up a lot of shares when I knew if I knew if the stock actually went that low. But I didn't, but I still picked up the share at a reasonable price, and I actually doubled my money in those companies too, which are the companies I am now selling now because I've owned those companies. Which is this is the logic about these things. I owned those companies for actually a year now. Now I'm selling those companies, so I'm not gonna be paying a 50% tax or whatever. I'm gonna be taxed like a regular income. So which is actually good. I've owned the company. I've owned the shares for more than a year. Now I'm selling this company during the market right now, which is really high. So which is one of the ways to actually take advantage during the market correction. Also, now this is where I'm gonna go back to what I said before. Margin. I was talking about margin. So you could also buy dividend stock on margin. So when I say you could buy a dividend stock on margin, always make sure it's what you can pay back. Margin is something you have to think really long about, because if you actually, let's say you bought dividend stock on margin, and the stock you bought is actually paying a good dividend, you can actually use to start paying the margin faster. Now that's reasonable. If you bought a bad stock that's actually paying you dividends, but they're cutting the dividends at the same time, that's a bad way to use a margin. But if you want to take advantage of using a margin, which you're gonna also be paying interest, even though you're gonna be paying them back, so you're gonna be paying interest on those margins. But during those times too, margin was kind of low, so I mean the interest rate was kind of low, so I wasn't really paying that much back in interest. But at the same time, I didn't even take that much margin. The margin I was using was maybe $1,000 probably, and I make sure once I get it in the next few days I'll pay it back, because I wasn't trying to even expose myself like that to margin. So, but also it's actually reasonable to use margin during this time, because if you acquire a lot of margin, and let's say you bought $100,000 worth of AT&T, So that's going to be paying you a substantial amount in dividends. So you could actually use this money to actually pay back the margin faster. That's if you actually bought a reasonable company that's actually going to benefit you in paying those margin back faster. So that seems to be all for this video. I just wanted to open you guys' ears to that. And I hope you actually like this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think about this video. And also, if you want to start investing as usual, use my link down below, Robinhood, and get free stock. And also on Webull, get 4 free stocks on Webull also. This seems to be all for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.